Hi there, this is Brooke Kroger, otherwise known as Creative Country Mom Online, and this is my first 2014 Notes from a Country Garden video. Well, it has been a busy spring, and I say that every year. I've got girls in tennis, garden club events, yard sales, everything happens at once, and the same is true with the garden. It all blooms at once. We've had wind, rain, hail, you name it. So my time to go out and work and take pictures has been a little bit limited. We've had some awful pretty days, but like today, there's a chance of rain and a lot of wind. So I rushed out to try to take, as best I could, a video to show you just how pretty it is out here and how it has seemed to happen all at once. And that is why spring is one of my favorite seasons. What you're seeing here is the Butterfly Hill. This is my wild and crazy garden. This is where if I have a plant and I don't know what it's going to do, it gets put in there. If it's aggressive and it takes over, well, that means it does good. This very seldomly gets watering. Drainage is a big issue. Anything that I have rolls straight down that hill, so some of the plants get sucked the water from the large tree. A lot of gardeners, we deal with this, where the tree gets the majority of the moisture. So the plants that are out here are a lot of things that are Indiana tough. We have hot, drought, humid, muggy, all the things, and so they have to be old-fashioned good flowers. So my nepitas, irises, daylilies, knockout roses, crepe myrtles, sedums, tough plants. Now, next to the area we're going to see is the walkway. It's a raised bed that goes to our deck. I used to have a lot of what I would call designer perennials in this bed, and I guess you guys probably all can guess it. Everything that could get big has taken over, and I've either lost perennials or I've had to remove them, but now I have my tough and hardies. And I love it because it gives me a lot of winter interest, and these hardy shrubs don't wilt and they don't have any disease problems, and it just looks good all year. And this is my back door, so I'm going to kind of try to keep this looking nice. To the right of it, I guess the left as you guys are looking here today, that is a new bed where I have a lot of annuals. I do a lot of seed trials, so those go in that area. There's some babies, shrubs, new things that I've been excited to grow. I see that the kitty is going to come. This is Mama Kitty Ivy. She has 6 baby kitties this year, and they're all doing fantastic. I love in this area to do a lot of purples, reds, yellows, and even in the foliage, burgundy foliage, lime green. So it's really a dramatic hotbed. I think that was a kind of a craze a few years ago, but I still love the primary colors. Some of my other areas are softer with more pastels. This is all south facing, so this is my what I call hot, bright bed. A view of the backyard. The horse fence is all down. Chad has his yard looking like a golf course again, and I think it's beautiful this way too. I just don't want to be the one that has to mow it. I deal with the flowers, he deals with the grass. Sometimes we clash, but most of the time we leave each other alone about the yard. This we're seeing is the area under the deck. I've been talking about this a lot because I have a lot of readers that comment on it about what an interesting area it is. This is where I do all of my trial plants. This is where I do my seedlings. I do a lot of starts and cuttings. It's easy for me because the potting bench is there, my hose, so I can protect plants from the wind, rain, hail, and it's kind of my little mad science experiment area, but I love it, and that's where you normally can find me a lot of the times when I'm in the garden. The rose garden this year is looking very, very well. The roses, the foliage looks fantastic, and everything's in bud. I'm trying to remember if it's 65 or 70, but that's about the amount of varieties of roses that I grow. But it has been subtracted by at least 5 or 6 this year. I wouldn't say that I lost any of my mature, or what I call good roses, but some of the littler starts and things that had black spot or other disease, they did not make it through this winter. I always feel like, as being zone 6B, I push and try to grow some zone 7 things. Many of those things were what I lost. I was happy to say that really it was the roses mostly. It looked like the hydrangeas and some other southern plants that I was kind of pushing to grow. I either had enough mulch on or protection. But this down here, the wind just got it. And I think the majority of how I lost things was basically uplifting. So to handle that this year, I did a lot of more staking. I've got a lot of metal things that are very, very secure that I pounded into the ground to try to make sure that the roses had good feet on them. Not just because of windbreak, but I just felt like they were moving, and as they moved, it weakened the roots. So that was something that I'm trying for 2014. So it looks like we're out of time. I hope to do more videos for you, and I thank you for visiting my country garden. I would love it if you would become a follower,